everybody, welcome to our visual arts video for today. My name is Jenny. I'm so glad you could join me. Today we are going to be making paper airplanes with messages on them to send to Atmospheradelphia so that they can know that we're saying bye, see you soon, thank you, we had fun, best of luck with the gremlins. I hope everyone can live peacefully. I have 3 versions of paper airplanes you can make. And the first one is our most basic, and then the last one is the most complex one, so it will take a lot of patience, but it just works up to the more advanced ones. And I think with a little step-by-step, everyone can do this. The only materials you'll need is a piece of paper, and that's about it. If you'd like to decorate them, you can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, anything you'd like. If you don't feel like decorating and you just want to make the paper airplane, that's cool too. Go right ahead. So let me show you. This is my first one. This is the very simple one. It says Atmospheradelphia. Next we have this one, and this one I decorated. It says Bon Voyage. The third paper airplane is a little bit like the second one, but I think it'll go even further. So I put lightning bolts and I said, bye gremlins. You will need 1 piece of paper per plane. If you feel like decorating your plane, you can use whatever you want. I'd be interested to know how everything flies. Maybe blue paper flies better than the pink paper, or maybe tissue paper flies better than the regular paper, newspaper. You can make this out of anything as long as it's a rectangle. To make it a little easier to see what I'm doing when I fold, I've used 2 different color pieces of paper together, but I only did that so that you could see it better in the video. You don't have to have 2 colored paper. Once you have your paper, we can start on plane number 1. Pause and rewind as much as you need. So I have my piece of construction paper, and I'm gonna take this edge all the way to this edge and fold it in half. And I'm gonna smoosh it down when my edges meet along this side. Just gonna press down to get a good fold. Then I'm gonna open it back up. And I have this line down the middle, and this table is helping me a little show you where that line is. And so now our next step, this corner is going to fold in so that this edge meets this fold. So ready? I'll show you. And I smoosh it down, get a good fold. So same thing on the other side. This corner is going to fold down so that this edge meets the middle. Ooh, mine's a little uneven. That's okay. I think it'll still fly. Okay, so once you do that, you should have this shape. It's a nice triangle at the top. And from there, we're going to do the fold in half again. So you're going to take it over, fold it in half, and you should have this shape. And when you're ready, this edge is going to meet this edge, and so it'll fold right down the middle. Here we go. And then I'm going to smoosh this, press down so that we're really aerodynamic. Streamline it straight to Atmospheradelphia. And then once I've done that side, I'm gonna flip it and do the same thing on the other side so that this edge will fold over this way to meet this edge. Press down so it's a nice fold, and then we pinch it and we have clean. To start, we're going to just fold it in half, edge to edge, and smoosh that down. And then we're going to open that back up so that we have this nice folded line. And then I'm going to take this corner and bring it to the middle so that that edge lines up with that folded line we just made. Then we smoosh that down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this corner so that this edge comes all the way to this folded middle line. I'm going to try to make it as even as possible. Smush it, smush it, smush it. Now, once I have this shape, I'm going to take this edge to meet in the middle. So this edge right here is going to go and smoosh all the way to the middle. And I want to make sure paper doesn't slide too much when I fold it over to my middle line, and then I'm going to smush it down. And then just like before, I'm going to do the same thing on this side so that this edge right here meets this middle where everything's coming together. So I'm going to hold down this little triangle I've already made, have those corners meet, and I get a nice point up here, and I'm going to smush it down, get some nice folds. So you should be here. Pause at any time if you have to smush down your paper a bit more. So from here, once you have this, you're going to fold the whole thing in half. So you're going to take it over this way so you get this funky shape. And we smush, and we already made that smush, so it kind of works. We've done some of the work already. And then when I have this shape, I'm going to take this edge here, right along here, and fold it so that it meets this edge. So ready? This takes a lot of precision, years of practice. We smush it down. Get a nice fold, and then we're gonna flip it to the other side and do the same thing so that this edge along here folds to meet this edge all along there. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. My paper is thicker, so it's a little hard to get that nice point. Okay, so now I have this shape. What I'm going to do is take it off the table. I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to open my wings, and I have my airplane. So now we're on to our third paper airplane, and just like the other ones, we're going to start by folding it in half, so this edge is going to fold over to meet this edge. Here we go. And we'll smush it down to get a nice fold. Then just like before, we open it back up, and then we have that nice fold line. And we're going to take this corner to come into the center so that this edge meets the folded line that we have. You press down to get a nice fold. And same thing on the other side. This corner is going to come down to here so that this edge meets the folded line. Okay, and then when you're ready, like plane number 2, this edge is going to fold in so that it meets our midline. And making sure the little triangle on the inside isn't folding too far into the middle. And press it down. Same thing on the other side. This edge is going to fold into the middle right here. So I'm going to hold down this triangle, fold it in, and they're meeting in the middle, and I smush that down, just like that. And then when I get here, I should have this shape just like we had on plane number 2. I'm going to fold the tip down just a little, no exact measurements. My paper, like I said, is doubled, so it's a little thicker. It's a little more difficult. There we go. I'm sure it'll fly just fine. And then once we have this shape, we're gonna fold it in half. Just like this. I gotta really squish mine. So we should have this shape. And then, like plane number 2, this edge is gonna fold down to meet this edge. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing so that this edge meets this edge. And then flatten it. And then, last but not least, I'm gonna hold it like this. Open the wings, make sure it all stays in the middle, and then the tips of the wings I'm going to fold up on one side so I get this little triangle, and then on the other side I'm going to fold it down in the same way. And that's plane number 3. I have not tested my paper airplanes yet, so I would be very happy to hear back how all of these fly. I think a lot of them will make it to Atmospheradelphia. Thank you for watching, everyone. Sparkles to you for everything you've made this week, not just in this video. And I hope I see you next week. We're going to be doing medieval times next week. I'm very excited to see what we create. If you want to send a photo of what you made or a video of your airplanes flying and getting to Atmospheradelphia, I would love to see it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.